We all know that allies are critical to changing the landscape for women in tech, and this year's Impact Award recipient continues to be a critical ally for women and women in tech. So coming up next, it is the Impact Award, which we're giving to a member of our technology community who is creating positive change for hundreds of women in various technology positions and fields. Take a look at your screens.
The Women Tech Council is thrilled to present this year's Impact Award to Zions Bank's President and CEO, Scott Anderson. Scott is a lifelong champion of women. He continuously creates inclusive environments, innovates programs that make a difference, and accelerates opportunities for women. He led the way by creating the Women's Business Forum to support women employees in their career development and leadership growth. This was the first in a series of internal employee affinity groups that have since expanded to include employees of color, those with disabilities, and those in the LGBTQ community. He fueled the launch of the Utah Women's Leadership Institute to bolster the roles of Utah women in business and politics. Scott continuously rallies technology, business, political, and nonprofit leaders to sign and support the Utah Compact on Racial Equality, Diversity, and Inclusion. He recently commissioned Dr. Susan Madsen of Utah State University to research and identify quantifiable ways for women to achieve more equality in the state. Scott's impact for women reaches every corner of business and technology. Scott has been focused on ensuring diverse voices are on his executive team and that he leads with a vision of strong allyship, acceleration, and amplification of women. In his role as chair of the American Banking Association, he tirelessly advocates for transforming banking technology ecosystems and for the importance of women's leadership across the entire banking industry. Scott is the first to send a personalized letter recognizing the impact of others. He commissioned the 2020 Utah Women Mural. He not only ensures that women at Zions have true sponsorship and allyship, but he has done that for all women in the community. Scott is an example of impact. He activates ideas he knows will make a difference, is continuously innovating, and leads in the community. With the opening of the new Zions Bank Corporation Technology Center, the largest tech facility in the state, the momentum set in motion by Scott will continue and thrive. Thank you, Scott, for the impact you have on women in tech and our community. Congratulations to Scott, the 2020 Women Tech Awards Impact Award recipient.
I'm Jennifer Smith, Executive Vice President at Zions Bank Corporation. I've had the privilege of working alongside Scott Anderson for 15 years. He has continuously advocated for others. He creates impact for women in all parts of our community, which flows into technology. I have had the pleasure and the privilege of benefiting personally for the quiet advocacy of Scott Anderson. Thank you, Scott, for the times in which you have, maybe thinking anonymously, advocated for big opportunities for me and other women, for prestigious recognitions. You have impacted my career. Although I have never directly worked for Scott, he has always paid attention to the women around him. Often at the tables of power, women who sit there will often wonder where are the other women amongst the sea of men. Scott Anderson always recognizes that, and that has benefited me personally. There is no one more deserving of this award than Scott Anderson. He is quick to recognize the contribution and work of others. He is always in action. He is changing the landscape for generations. for women in business, and subsequently, women in technology. Please join me in congratulating Scott Anderson on this profound achievement.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored by this award. I'm inspired by being in this room and hearing so many stories of what women are doing in technology. It shows that women do matter in technology. Last July, I participated, as you saw in the video, in the ribbon cutting of our 400,000 square foot tech campus in Midvale. That campus houses our 2,000 tech workers. Now, some of you may be surprised that Zions Bank, which was established about 150 years ago, is one of the largest tech employers in the state. But that shows how banking has changed and that banking is really a technology business. But what was really exciting to me about that ribbon cutting is that our Chief Technology and Operations Officer is standing right here, Jennifer Smith, a woman that is over these 2,000 people and is over the operations of not only Zions Bank's banking operations and technology, but all of our affiliates throughout the Western United States. And I mention that because, as has been said, the tech area is the largest growing area in our state. And Salt Lake City has been named the second best state in the country for tech and STEM opportunities. And yet, if you look at women in tech, only 21% of the workforce is made up of women. And Salt Lake City is number 43 in the country on the tech friendliness, which takes into consideration gender disparity. So we need to support the work of this council of bringing more people into the tech business and to show women that there is a great career here. And Jennifer represents that type of example, as does Ruth, as does Sid, as does Corinne, and so many others that we have heard from today. And so to help get that story out and to help inspire girls and women to come into the tech center and to be technology visionaries and exceptional business leaders, we are developing a Women in Tech media campaign that will tell these stories and hopefully will ignite interest in women and in girls in coming into the tech business. And as they do, I hope all of you will mentor them as you have been mentored, and that you will show them that they can accomplish what you have. Gina Davis, the actress, often says, if you can see it, you can do it. And we need to make sure that these young girls see it so they also can do it. Thank you very much.